me the recording, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I will onboard you my LMS. I will still not done that. So maybe by tomorrow or day after, I will try to onboard you my LMS. So in a LMS, you will get all the manual document, your recording, okay,
Right.
at one place. Okay, so let me give you a scenario where I have an AWS, okay, I have an Azure, and I have an Google. Hope you are able to see me, or should I make the font a little bit bigger?
Yeah.
Now let's assume, Devesh, you are a CTO of a company. Okay.
Okay.
So three salesperson is sitting before you. One is come from the AWS, one is come from Azure, and one is come from Google. Right? They all is going to say that my product is a best product. Correct?
Right, sir.
So you as a CTO, what is your first criteria? Very first criteria to select any product.
Based on any like I've seen like little bit of Azure and similar things are there in I think AWS and Google.
So
So
you assume that you have to buy any product, okay now, correct? Or
yeah,
you can think that when you are going to buy any product, so what is the first thing you will look inside that product?
first thing in should be it should fulfill my requirement. Until as my full
No,
requirement is
cloud. Yeah,
yeah.
so
Suppose it
let's
is
say,
making a full requirement, and then I'll go for the like price and other features like backups and all, elasticity.
okay, I put my question in a different way. You go to a doctor, okay? So what is the first thing you want to see in a doctor? What is the first information you want from about the doctor before handling over your case to the doctor?
His experience, expertise.
Experience, exactly. Correct, huh? Right?
Right.
Because nobody is going to buy anything from a fresher, right?
Right.
So you can say that experience of the product, or you can say maturity of the product.
Right.
Correct, no? Right? So as a CTO, because as a CTO you have no clue what is this all about, so you only go by the data. Correct, no?
Hmm.
Because data is the only part which you understand. So when we talked about experience, remember AWS is the first cloud in the world. It's almost now at 21 years now.
Right.
Okay. Azure is launched just 8.5 years back.
Hmm. 2011, I think.
Correct. Google has come around 12.5 years back.
Okay.
Now as a CTO, which product you will go?
Definitely, I will go with AWS in this case.
Correct, right? Because
Yes.
as a CTO, your selection is that you will go with the AWS. Correct, now?
AWS. Yeah.
Why so? Because it's a very clear data point telling that uh, it's a it's a more mature product. It means that you already gone through all the experience of a customer feedback, constant improvement of their services. Correct, right?
Right.
Right. So this is one point. Second point, what will you see after seeing that experience?
Price.
Price, exactly. Very good. Yes, you are true. Because this matter a lot, right? Now,
Yeah.
yeah. So definitely you want to see about that, how this price, what is the price of the product. Now I will give you a data point about the pricing. So let's say AWS charge for one thing about 10 rupees. Okay.
Hmm.
One service cost you, let's say, for example, 10 rupees. Azure is costing you around 10.8 rupees. Okay.
Right.
And Google is costing you around 3.5 rupees. Same service, exact ditto same service. Which product will you go?
I'll go with Google.
Yes. So you change your choice.
Yeah.
Now, what is the third criteria you generally have when you are selecting any product, especially the cloud?
Features.
Features is almost same in all three clouds. So when you
Third,
compare Apple to
like
Apple, you will found almost 20, 90, 20 type of scenarios. Someone is good in some features, someone is good in, but almost every cloud provide the same feature.
customer service.
Mm, yeah, we can take
Support.
that. Yeah, we can take that. Very good. Yes, we can take that. The customer service is also one of the, because post sale, how better you can provide the service is a very important point. Huh? Correct.
Right.
Yeah. What is the next one which you can think of to decide your criteria? See what you are
Security.
going to move, what you are going to do with the cloud.
Security.
No, I'm saying that because till now you are working in office, right?
Right.
So in office, what all product you are using mostly? Server,
Server.
right? Correct now. You have a server.
Yeah.
You can have a database,
Database server.
right? You can have a ERP type of applications,
Right.
correct? You may have a kind of a email server, correct? You
Right.
may have a web server.
Right.
You may have a monitoring server.
Right.
You may have a management infrastructure management server, and you
Right.
have a rest other application. Now tell me, my dear friend, how many AWS can you name one database which is developed by AWS? Any ERP developed by AWS? Any monitoring software developed by AWS?
Database.
Anything out of this all, anything is developed by AWS?
They have the mailing service. They have the
AWS
database. Email service they have.
they have, but I had never installed in my office.
But they have the functionality. I think.
Sure,
Yeah.
good. Any other service?
They have database also. Like, uh,
Have you installed a database in your? Have you seen that anyone installing the database in their office?
not in office, but on their server
Not
they
in
have.
office, exactly. So it means that 98% customer is using what product? They are using a product. If you see that, if you go to any customer, you may found that if they have 100 server, out of the 100 server, 80 might be running Windows server, right?
Yeah.
If you go to a database, if you go to 100 customer, chances is that you may found that 60% is customer is running SQL server.
Right.
Got that?
Right.
When you go to any mid size to large size customer where SAP is still not there, you will found that most of the customer is still using Dynamics, which is a Microsoft product. Like we are also using Dynamics because we are a small sector customer. Most of the customer, when you are going to 100 customer, you will found that 85% customer is running Microsoft Exchange. True, na? Correct?
Right.
Right? So it means that Microsoft is already captured almost every customer in the world. You are also Microsoft customer because you are using Windows laptop. You are using MS Office product. Correct, na, friend?
Oh,
Right?
right. Right.
So now I give you one ballpark figure. So as a CTO, what is the first criteria you have? Your business should not hamper at any cost. Otherwise, if your business hamper, you might have to not only terminate, you have to pay a hefty fine from your whatever the incentive is going to be disbursed to you. Now let's say I move my Windows server on AWS. No problem. or for that matter, I move my Windows server on Google because Google is more cheaper. Now, any problem happen with my Windows server. When you log a case with AWS or Google support, you know what the answer you will get. Sir, there is no problem in AWS. Please check with the Microsoft what is the problem in their server. I hope you are getting.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you move to your SQL database, the moment your problem happen in your SQL database, when you open a case with AWS or Google, they say that I found that there is no problem in my AWS platform. It might be a problem related to a SQL. Please log a call with Microsoft. So you as a customer, you are going to become a football between two different vendors. What my point now?
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So as a CTO, when you see that interoperability, right? Or you can see that a kind of a, what we can say, since none of the product is owned by the AWS, it says that I will have a partial interoperability. Google will say still partial. Microsoft will say that my cloud platform is also mine. Cloud platform is also mine. Web server or the product which you are using is also mine. So you have to log a single vendor call and full-fledged interoperability is there. So it's called a full interoperability. I hope you are getting right?
Yeah, yeah.
Just get that all market trends. Now, when you come to my home Devesh, anytime if you come to Bangalore, you will surprise that I am using 100% product, which is a Samsung. My AC is Samsung, my TV is Samsung, my fridge is Samsung, my mixer is Samsung. I have a 100% product of a Samsung. Okay. So what I did generally, I have given the MC contract to one vendor who is only handling the Samsung product. So whenever I have a problem in my home, I simply open a case with that vendor. They simply send that people to me and they fix my issues. But just imagine the situation when you have a TV of a LG, fridge of a Samsung, and maybe a AC of a Hitachi. You know, you have to maintain 3 contract. You have to take a 3 maintenance contract with 3 different vendor. Each vendor have their own terms and conditions. Each vendor have their own pricing. Understood, na?
Yeah.
Right? So maintaining the multiple vendor contract is a big problem for most of the enterprise. So now I hope that you may be aware about a kind of a process where many people are now consolidating their multi-vendor contract into 2 or maximum 3 vendor contracts.
Yeah, many companies are.
Why they are doing that? Because it's always create a complexity. Right? Now Devesh is a CTO for 25 years in a different companies, but Devesh always contact Bipin. Bipin is right now for a 25 years is working with Devesh on behalf of Microsoft to sell their MS Office, Windows license. So Devesh know me for last 25 years. You called it as a relationship.
Right.
So as a relationship, you will enjoy some kind of a trust. You will enjoy some kind of a out of the way support. Correct now?
Right.
Now suddenly new person come to you and they says that, boss, why not you take my product? Now you have a 2 question always in your mind. Number 1, should I leave with Bipin or should I go with this person whom I do not know? I don't know whether they are making a tall promises or whether they are able to deliver or not. What happens if they not deliver? I have to go back to Bipin again. Understood, na? And remember, in a business world, business always happen 60% on the basis of relationship. Got that, na? Right? So what will happen when you have a single vendor contract? your all procurement will like to go with the Cinder vendor contract and a relationship. So what happened, my dear? You are already using this product of Microsoft. I only increasing one line item called Azure in a same contract. If you are getting 40% discount, right your throughout let's say 10 years, the 10% 40% discount is again come to the Azure automatically, because I am only adding a new product item into the existing contract. You got that now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So because of this, now just I will take you one picture here. When Azure started?
2011, I think 10, 11.
It's only 8.5 years back. When AWS started? 21 years back. And when the Google has started, even just after AWS, Google have launched their own GCP platform. Right? I hope you heard about the word Gartner. You know this organization?
No.
Devesh?
No, I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. So there is an organization in the world which is called Gartner. Every CEO, CTO, CIO, or IT manager, they only follow the Gartner. They do not listen anyone else. They do not listen Bipin Sinha. They not listen Devesh Srivastava. They not listen anyone else. They only listen Gartner, because Gartner is the one organization in the IT field which do the research and they publish the research on the basis of the different criteria. Okay. So what the Gartner say, people go crazy. So Gartner 5 years back announced that 90% customer is going to use cloud, and everyone, there is a mad rush happen suddenly in the market. Everyone saying I'm going to cloud. Now the same Gartner is predicting that by 2022, 60% of the enterprise will start using the AI. And now look at that, the boom happened automatically on the IoT AI platform. Correct, no? Right? So let's go to the Gartner. So I'm going to Google, and I'm typing here Gartner, AWS, Azure, Google, whatever you write. Just I'm typing Gartner AWS in my Google, and I press enter. Now you will get our picture here. Okay, just click a picture. Just click any of the picture. Now you will get the full-fledged information. I'm not sure if you are able to see me. If not, then can you type same Gartner, Gartner space
I can see it, and I have seen this picture.
Great. So now you see that Gartner has a 4 magic quadrangle. Okay, in the 4 magic quadrangle, the first one is saying that who is the entry level. Okay. Second one is that who is already went advanced. Now you see that in an advance, you have lot of player here. For example, your Alibaba is also a kind of a player which called it as a niche player. Then who is a visionary? Visionary means one who already taken a long jump very quickly. Look at there, Google is still in a visionary field. Who is a leader? Who is a leader? You see the leader now? AWS is a leader. But who is also a leader and very closely following the Amazon? It's Microsoft.
Right.
So why it's happened? Now understand the arithmetics behind it. Okay, when Google launched 21 years back, there is no cloud. So definitely Google product is a new product for a market. So most of the company go for a Google. They're crazy like a Google. AWS. Okay, everyone is going for a cloud. Where? AWS, because there is no competitor at all. Right? When Google launched its cloud service, then most of the small segment customer, though they are very smaller one, they are the college, they are the institute, they are start moving to the Google Cloud because they offer the services very cheaply. Look at the price now. But when the Microsoft launched its service, the whole game get changed. Why Microsoft able to make the difference? I will show you one example here. Okay, go to AWS region. In a Google, just type AWS region. In your machine, or maybe you can type aws.amazon.com. Just type here aws.amazon.com. In your Google, just type aws.amazon.com. Scroll down here. When you scroll down, these will list of the services which is provided by the Amazon. It's called product. Okay.
Yeah.
Scroll down till the time you found here total global network of AWS region. How many geographic region you have?
24.
How many geographic region you have?
24 reasons.
24 region. So in this case, India has only one, that is in Mumbai, and that is launched in 2016. You able to see?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now go to that Microsoft. Just type Microsoft Azure and press enter. Microsoft Azure or azure.microsoft.com. Anything is work. You have a azure.microsoft.com. Just scroll down. Or just type here Azure region. Better you type Azure region in Microsoft. Okay. Look at the region here. Able to see this?
Yes, sir. So these things I know, like reason and comparison of that AWS.
No, what you know? I did not understand.
I know like these Microsoft has more regions than compared to the Azure.
Yes.
So that
Why?
I know, like
So why?
because they have more data center and more infrastructure around the world.
No, but AWS is a 21 years old now.
I don't know like more like, reason of that, but they have more.
Okay. Just understand. What is the main business of Amazon? Devesh?
Retail?
I think you are feeling bored, huh?
No. Retail.
Retail, huh? Correct. Now let's say you are a Jew base who is a Amazon. You are a Amazon CEO. Okay. So
Yeah.
let's say your annual earning is 100 rupees. Out of the 100 rupees, 90 rupees is come from Amazon, 10 rupees is come from AWS.
Right.
So where you want to reinvest your money?
90 rupees come from Amazon and
Yeah.
then from AWS. So retail in.
You want to go invest more in retail.
Yeah.
So in India, Amazon is more interested to acquire maybe a metro wholesale rather than creating a new data center, because that is not their first business line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Got the point, no?
So but Microsoft is also, these are the aligned business, right? Microsoft a lot of business. So for them,
Yes.
is a cloud also is a second business, like second company. I don't.
Now,
I think
what is the
Amazon,
what is the main business of Microsoft?
Microsoft main business is lot like softwares, and software is the main business.
Yes. And now all software is only available using a cloud subscription. They stop selling anything on premises now.
Right.
So whatever the earning they have, they are completely come from the cloud. Whether it's a Office 365 cloud, your MS Office, your Windows 10, your server, all have a subscription now linked to the cloud account. So 100 rupees they have earned from the cloud, where they will reinvest.
Definitely, they've been investing into the cloud and softwares only.
Great. Understood, na? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So they invested 100 rupees exactly back to the Microsoft, expanding their more business. Right. This is one of the business criteria you have. Right.
Right.
Now look at the reach and wide of the Microsoft. Three biggest deal in the last 3 months. First biggest deal, US Army, where Amazon is 110% sure that they are getting this deal, but suddenly the deal goes to Microsoft. India, Jio, biggest deal in India as of now. Reliance Jio. Amazon is almost pitched like anything, deal goes back to Microsoft. It is just some examples I am giving you.
Okay.
Middle East, which is a very conservative country, being a Muslim country, it's a very conservative country. They allowed Microsoft to open their data center in Dubai.
Hmm.
They are launching the data center in Saudi Arabia. Understood, na? Okay.
Yeah.
So now, if you ask me today is a 1st July 2020. AWS is leading. It is safe to learn AWS.
Yeah.
If you go for the 1 July 2021, projection is very clear. Microsoft is going to lead the market. Got that?
Yeah. Got it.
Correct?
Yeah.
So it means that today it's safe to learn AWS because still AWS is have a install base. Even if the Microsoft is very aggressive now to recapture the AWS customer, and they try to back to the Microsoft by offering huge discount, single contract for the customer. So all this advantage they are having, but still the transition will take a year. Why so? Because every contract in the cloud generally happens for the 3 years. So
Right.
if any customer who has done this contract, let's say in a 1920 or maybe a 9020, their contract is going to expire in 2023, correct now?
Right.
So until unless contract does not expire, they cannot change the vendor because they already have a legal commitment, right? But you will see that in the next 2 years, by 2023, it's almost like that AWS is concentrated on maybe confined to some of the big corporates who has an headquarter in USA. The rest all will gone.
Hmm.
Got that?
Okay.
Okay. By the way, so it means that today, if I am talking about 1st July 2020, you are safe. Devesh,
Hmm.
if you have AWS knowledge, you can go and try your luck in the market. Clear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Very good. So how we go and start with our AWS, because when you are moving to a DevOps, definitely a cloud platform is required to work on. Correct now? Because everything is moving to a cloud. Your development is moving to a cloud. Your infrastructure is moving to a cloud. So there is no reason of sticking to on premises. Right?
Right.
So, right? So if we start with the AWS, we have to first create the AWS tenant. We call it as a AWS subscription.
Hmm.
It's a free subscription. It does not charge until and unless you cross your limit of a free tier.
Yes, sir.
Subscription is valid till 1 year. It means that if you use very sensibly, this subscription will continue till 1 year. No charge will occur. Got that?
Yeah. Yeah. I have the subscription for this.
Very good. So now I stop the sharing of his screen. You just share, open your subscription, and let's start the journey with AWS Cloud first. So you can share your screen now. Yeah, Devesh, share your screen now. Oh, you were disconnected.
Disconnected. So should I open
Ah,
the?
yeah.
Let
Open
me
your
try.
AWS. Yeah,
Yeah.
and share your screen.
Mm, Let me try.
Hope you remember your password.
I have different problem. My problem is that yeah, password I have saved them somewhere. I need to remember.
Anyhow, you can
Password.
check.
Actually, I one day I did some setting into that, like
Hmm.
that setting was related to what I can say single two-way authentication.
Okay, MFA, you have enabled
Yeah,
MFA.
I did MFA enabled and I did that like all the setups and all. After
Oh,
that, I closed it, but still it is. I was not able to disable it,
hmm.
so I have to like use two things. Let me find it first. I mean Google Auth, I think. One second, let me find another phone. Party, give me a mummy's phone. Not this one. Go and get the mummy phone. वो वाला जो मेरा है हाँ सॉरी एक्चुअली मेरे फोन में है नहीं
ठीक है
या गूगल नॉट दिस वन दूसरा वाला आई थिंक आई फाउंड द फोन या
फोन के लिए आपको पूछेगा उसके बाद एक बात में आपने सारा होमवर्क चेक कर देखो मैंने पूरा कर दिया देखो अन्य हाथ में दो नो मानी गोल गोल क्या है
Install just give me a second.
जो पहले प्रोजेक्ट असेंबली करेगा वो मुझे मिलेगा सेकंड असेंबली करेगा तो मैं मिलेगा थर्ड लास्ट वाला रेडी लैंडिंग ट्रेडिंग को
Because your account has been suspended, I think they have suspended my account. Non-payment or outstanding balance to the account. Yeah. Hello. Hello. I think they have suspended my account.
Oh.
So maybe. Yeah.
Do you have any spare credit card with you?
No. Actually, this was the account only I was working. So I think recently only they have suspended.
Is there any payment was pending or what?
Yeah, it was there. 74 pound and something like that.
71 pound?
Yeah, something.
Oh my goodness. You have created in a different region, huh?
Yeah, different reason. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I used it and one day I like left it something. Like, I think it was a VM or SQL Server running. And after a week, I find it because I was not using very frequently and I didn't know like it will charge. Since today I can't have it. Maybe tomorrow I will find a way to get a credit card.
Sure. No problem. So just find out today. Okay. So in the meantime, let's have some information about the cloud. Can you open your notepad?
Notepad, yeah.
Great. So let's understand the what powered the AWS in a backend. Okay. So as you know that AWS is a public cloud but any public cloud is come through a private cloud only. Private cloud always use some kind of a virtualization software. Okay, so in market, if you analyze, you have a software like VMware virtualization, which is a ESXi. You have a Microsoft Hyper-V. For a Linux, you have something called Nova, and for a Citrix, they have something called Gen Server. Okay, so AWS uses Gen Server in a backend.
Gen Server.
Yeah. So this is your first information. Yes, AWS is powered with Gen Server in a backend, while Microsoft is powered with Hyper-V in a backend. So whatever the instance you create, MS is Hyper-V. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you create any instance in AWS, that instance we called it as an HV or PV, which is called para virtualization. Just go to Google and type PV virtualization in AWS. Good, eh? Just on top, it's showing that. So it used the para virtualization, or you can say HVM virtualizations. So there is a main difference between both is that when you are using a hardware based virtualization, you actually loaded a software like Gen Server or ESXi, which is always installed on a bare metal system. Okay.
Right.
Then when you using a para virtualization, it means that you are running, let's say, Windows, and then you install a VMware workstation. Correct? So your complete AWS is always using the HBM model. It means that you will always get a very good speed because your virtual machine will directly talk to your hardware using the virtualization layer of Gen. So it use HVM, which is called hardware virtual machine.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Good. Second, when you see a cloud, what is your understanding? What all services generally cloud provide, and how the uses of the cloud in terms of
Cloud services. So cloud services are like they provide networking, they provide database, they provide VMwares, and there are hundreds of services in the cloud.
Let's say, for an example, I am a customer. I am also a customer. Okay, a small event, but we are also a good size customer. So why should I go for AWS? What all services I like to host on my AWS?
The services can be software service, infrastructure service, platform as service. So any kind of service like software service like Office 360 and all.
Office 365 is Microsoft.
Yeah, Microsoft. AWS, not aware.
So let me give you an example. I am a Delhi traffic police. Okay.
Delhi traffic. Okay.
I am a Delhi traffic police, and I have a requirement that whomsoever jump the red light, their number should be catched no matter how fast they are going, how fast they are jumping the red light. I only want the number of their vehicle. Which service of AWS should I use? You get that by requirement, no? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Just write the question. I am a Delhi traffic police. So I want to capture the number plate of the vehicle which jumping the red light. So you have to tell me which service of AWS I should use. Good. Now I hope that in a recent case when that car protest happened, Delhi police used the face recognition software, which was very widely discussed. Okay? So again, Delhi Crime Branch wants to capture the face. Just type here. Next example. Delhi Crime Branch.
Facing
Delhi,
on the, I understand.
yeah.
Yes.
So which service of AWS I should use?
Hong Kong police also did the same thing.
Right. So they are using some kind of a service in a cloud, no?
Definitely.
Hmm?
And
So-
capturing the data into the cloud, photo image into the cloud, and then lot of
Yes.
thing workflow is happening in the cloud.
Very good. Now I am a small startup. Okay.
Mm.
So I want service like for example desktop for my user, email for my user, office application for my user. So can AWS help me here?
Desktop, email, definitely all the cloud providers will be able to help. Yes, definitely. With the help of I don't know the name, but they can provide the Windows and Linux machine.
I'm
They have-
looking for your VDI solution.
Yeah.
I'm looking for an email solution. I'm looking for an AMS Office type of solution. Please suggest me which service of AWS I am going to use.
MS Office, I don't know. They must be having. I am not sure, but yeah, and they have that VMware and all, and they have the many universities.
I'm asking. I'm a very simple requirement. I am a small startup.
Most popular is like MS Office, like yeah, Office is very popular. Outlook is very popular. Office 365.
But that is a Microsoft product. Huh? You are a sales guy of AWS. You are solution architecting for AWS. You are don't pitch customer competitor here. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know the exact answer.
नहीं तो आपको AWS वाले बहुत गाली देंगे बताओ.
ऐसा नहीं होता कि मुझे नहीं लगता कि AWS माइक्रोसॉफ्ट का प्रोडक्ट नहीं यूज कर रहा है. They're using SQL सर्वर तो यूज करते ही हैं ना. Oracle भी यूज कर रहे हैं
वो तो कस्टमर रिक्वायरमेंट देता है कि भैया मेरे पास SQL ही है, मैं नहीं जाता Oracle वगैरह पे, मुझे को लेके जाओ.
वो जो डेटाबेस है उनका खुद का डेटाबेस कहाँ है, वो भी SQL यूज करते हैं, Oracle यूज कर रहे हैं. माइक्रोसॉफ्ट वाले Oracle नहीं यूज करते, वो अलग बात है.
चलिए लिख लीजिए रिक्वायरमेंट. A small startup required VDI, email and other office related application. Suggest the services. अब देखिए क्या होता है देवेश जी, है ना, थोड़ा समझिएगा इसको. अभी आप मार्केट में बात कीजिएगा ना किसी से, तो वो बोलेगा कि मुझे AWS आता है, मुझे Azure आता है, मेरे को गूगल आता है. अब वो क्या होता है कि वो YouTube देखते हैं और 4 वर्चुअल मशीन बनाते हैं, एक डेटाबेस बनाते हैं, 2 स्टोरेज बनाते हैं और उनको समझ आता है कि मैंने सीख लिया क्लाउड. करेक्ट ना? अभी तो मैं आपको एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ ना, वो एक्चुअली कस्टमर जिसके कारण कस्टमर क्लाउड पे जाता है. इसमें कहीं भी मेरा सर्वर तो है ही नहीं.
हाँ।
कहीं मेरा डेटाबेस का नाम का कोई वर्ड ही नहीं है यहाँ पे।
बट सर देखो मेरी कंपनी में है, मेरी कंपनी जो है, जो मेरा क्लाइंट है, वो ऐसा नहीं है स्पेसिफिक कि कोई एक क्लाउड उसने चूज किया, उसके पास सारे ऑप्शन आए, उसके पास एज्योर के बिजनेस
हाँ,
भी आए।
आपको देना पड़ेगा ना, देखिए आपको
हाँ।
बताना कि भैया
नहीं नहीं,
आप।
मैं अपनी एक आप मैं अपना पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस बताता हूँ कि जो हमारा क्लाइंट है उनके पास सारे लोग आए, बेस्ट जितने भी थे, बट उन्होंने बेस्ट पिक किया, मतलब कहीं उन्होंने एज्योर यूज किया, कहीं उन्होंने डेवऑप्स यूज, मतलब कि पूरा डेवऑप्स वो यूज किया, कहीं उन्होंने एडब्ल्यूएस यूज किया, कहीं उन्होंने काफका यूज किया, मतलब दे पिक्ड एवरीथिंग व्हिच इज बेस्ट इन द मार्केट एंड दे पेड द सर्विस टू द क्लाइंट।
हाँ
मतलब
करेक्ट।
मेरा अपना बैंकिंग सेक्टर की मैं बात कर रहा हूँ कि वहां पे ऐसा उन्होंने चूज नहीं किया कि मुझे एज्योर ही क्योंकि जैसे कि हमारा एप्लीकेशन है, डॉट नेट एप्लीकेशन है, डॉट नेट के एप्लीकेशन के होने के अनुसार तो हमें तो आंख बंद करके एडब्ल्यूएस छोड़ के क्या बोलते हैं एज्योर ही देखना चाहिए, राइट? एज्योर ही मैंने सीखा है, एज्योर में हर चीज डिप्लॉयमेंट इजी होती है, हम लोग की सारी इनबिल्ट हमारे सॉफ्टवेयर उससे लिंक करते
तो
हैं।
लर्निंग लेसन ये है दिवेश जी कि जब आप क्लाउड के बारे में जब आप बात करेंगे ना, ठीक है,
हाँ जी, हाँ
तो
जी
आपको
सर।
थोड़ा भीड़ से हटना पड़ेगा।
हम्म,
मतलब जो क्राउड जानती है अगर वो आप भी जानते हैं तो फिर आप में और क्राउड में अंतर नहीं रहेगा।
राइट।
करेक्ट ना? राइट। तो अगर आपको स्टैंड अलोन होना है, आपको थोड़ा सा अलग होना है, तो आपका जो अप्रोच होना चाहिए वो 360 डिग्री अप्रोच बोलते हैं, है ना?
ठीक है सर। हाँ।
क्योंकि आप समझिए कि आपको आप जहां रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे, आप जहां पे बात करेंगे वहां पे आप एज एक्सपर्ट बात करेंगे। मतलब आपके बियॉन्ड फिर हम लोग किसी को नहीं देखने वाले।
राइट।
जो आप बोलेंगे वो हम समझेंगे, वही हम कन्विंस होंगे। करेक्ट। तो
करेक्ट।
अगर आप ये बोलेंगे कि नहीं जी ये तो मुझे देखना पड़ेगा, मैंने तो वर्चुअल मशीन बनाना सीखा है बट ये सब तो मुझे पता ही नहीं है, तो क्या होता है कि फिर उस केस में आप मतलब जो आज के डेट में कॉलेज से पास किया हुआ लड़का है ना, उसको भी यही आता है ना, क्योंकि वो भी जानता है, वो भी टेनेंट बना के कुछ उसने हाथ वाथ मार रखा है। करेक्ट। तो जब हम क्लाउड की बात करेंगे ना, तो कल हम थोड़ा डिटेल इस पे बैठेंगे, डिस्कशन करेंगे। करेक्ट। तो आपको कैसे अपने आप को तैयार करना है, आपको ऐसा तैयार करना है, एक तो कम्पिटिटिव तैयार करना है डेफिनेटली। करेक्ट ना? कि अगर कल के डेट में हमें कहीं पे कोई पॉपुलर कंपैरिजन भी करना पड़े तो हम एप्पल टू एप्पल कंपैरिजन भी करके बता सकते हैं। बट हम बोलेंगे कि मेरी एक्सपर्टीज इस लाइन पे। फॉर एग्जांपल अगर आप AWS सेलेक्ट कर रहे हैं तो AWS पे एक्सपर्टीज कीजिए। हाँ, आपका नेक्स्ट लेवल ऐसा होना चाहिए, आज नहीं 6 महीने बाद, 1 साल के बाद, कि आप मल्टी क्लाउड मतलब आप अपने आप में कंप्लीट बन जाए कि अगर हम देवेश के पास जाते हैं तो हमें हर चीज का सोल्यूशन मिल जाता है। यानी कि आज के डेट में अगर कोई मेरे को कॉल करता है तो ये समझ के उसकी एक्सपेक्टेशन ही बड़ी क्लियर होती है कि अगर मैं उनको कॉल कर रहा हूँ ना तो वो मेरे को राइट प्रोडक्ट राइट सोल्यूशन बताएंगे। वो पार्शियल नहीं होंगे कि नहीं आप स्टिक टू दिस प्रोडक्ट ओनली हो जाए। आप समझ रहे मेरी बात में?
हाँ हाँ जी सर, बिल्कुल।
है ना? क्योंकि जिस दिन जैसे ही आपके पास ये लेवल आ जाएगा ना, फिर आप देखेंगे कि आपका जो एक नया ग्रोथ लेवल है ना वो स्टार्ट हो जाता है। जब आप कन्फाइन होते हैं, जब आप थोड़ा पार्शियल होते हैं, जब आप थोड़ा सा स्टिकी हो जाते हैं ना, तो वो ग्रोथ लेवल नहीं आ पाता। फिर उस केस में क्या होता है कि आप एक नॉलेज के दायरे में बंध जाते हैं। मैंने आज आपको ये तीनों चीज आपके कोर्स में नहीं है, क्योंकि फिर फुल फ्लैज आर्किटेक्टिंग कोर्स है, राइट? बट मैंने आपको जानबूझ के ये चीज बताई ताकि आपको थोड़ा सा अपना थॉट प्रोसेस चेंज कीजिए और ये देखिए कि इसका मतलब क्या है कि एक कस्टमर, डिफरेंट तरह के कस्टमर हो सकते हैं। कोई स्टार्टअप है, कोई बिग एंटरप्राइज है, सबकी अपनी अपनी कुछ ना कुछ रिक्वायरमेंट है, जिस रिक्वायरमेंट को हमें अपने AWS की उस रिक्वायरमेंट में हमें फिट करना
जी सर, जी सर।
है।
हेलो सर। सर
एक सेकंड देवेंद्र जी, एक सेकंड बस।
ओके।
है ना? तो मैं आपके लिए क्या सोच रहा हूँ कि आपको AWS तो मैं जरूर बताऊंगा, है ना? तो जो आपको एक बेसिक्स आइडिया है वो तो मैं दूंगा, बट मैं आपको थोड़ा सा आपको एक्स्ट्रा वाइड भी आपको थोड़ा हिंट दे दूंगा ताकि आप ना थोड़ा अपने आप को बेटर प्रिपेयर कर सकें। करेक्ट ना? डेवऑप्स के लिए जितना चाहिए उतना तो मैं आपको बता दूंगा, है ना, AWS के अंदर। बट वहां पे वर्ल्ड एंड नहीं होगा आपका। आपको क्या करना है कि कांस्टेंट अपने आप को ट्राई करना है और उस लेवल पे खड़ा कर लेना है जहां पे हम बोले कि अगर, या मैं भी कॉन्फिडेंटली कहीं पे देवेश को रेफर करूं तो मेरे पास भी वो कॉन्फिडेंस होना चाहिए कि नहीं, देवेश को मैं रेफर कर रहा हूं, इसका मतलब वो सोल्यूशन तो मिलेगा ही मिलेगा। अब समझ रहे हैं मेरी बात में? क्योंकि अब आप आर्किटेक्ट वाला एम लेके चल रहे हैं, है ना। अगर इंजीनियर वाला एम चाहिए तो फिर तो मैं आपको 4 वर्चुअल मशीन बनाना बता दूंगा, स्टोरेज बनाना बता दूंगा, 2-4 यूजर बनाना बता दूंगा और आपको बोलूंगा जी आप तो इंजीनियर बनिए, खत्म। समझ रहे हैं ना? तो हम लोग कल आप ट्राई कीजिए कि ये AWS का कंसोल वाला प्रॉब्लम हम थोड़ा दूर कर लें और फिर हम लोग कल लॉग इन करके ना वी विल सी ऑल दिस सर्विसेज। ठीक है देवेश जी? हेलो देवेश सर।
हाँ सॉरी सॉरी सर, मुझे मालूम नहीं था कि आप पूछोगे, नहीं तो मैं रेडी करके रखता।
नहीं
मैंने
सरप्राइज।
1 महीने पहले यूज किया था जहां तक मुझे याद है।
नहीं ठीक है, मैं आपको सिर्फ बॉल पार्क फिगर ये दे रहा हूँ ना कि
हाँ
आपको ना थोड़ा 360 डिग्री सोचना पड़ेगा। मतलब आप थोड़ा सा अपना थॉट प्रोसेस को ऐसे लेके चलिए, आप खुद कस्टमर बनिए और अपनी कोई एक यूनिक रिक्वायरमेंट निकाल लीजिए जो कि मतलब थोड़ा सा मतलब जो लगे कि हाँ एक बिजनेस वाले को ऐसा रिक्वायरमेंट आ जाता है। अब देखिए कि फिर वहाँ AWS कहाँ फिट हो रहा है।
जी सर।
अब समझ रहे हैं मेरी बात को? तो मैं जब कल अगर आपका टेनेंट लाइव हो जाता है ना तो कल हम लोग थोड़ा उस आपका बेसिक्स तो हम देखेंगे ही देखेंगे, पर थोड़ा सा मैं आपको ना उस तरफ भी एक थोड़ा सा ओवरव्यू दिलवा दूंगा ताकि थोड़ा आपकी जो ब्रीथ है वो थोड़ा इंक्रीज हो जाए,
जी सर।
है ना।
आपको ज्यादा पता है मुझे क्या कहाँ ले जाना है।
हाँ करेक्ट करेक्ट
मैं तो आपके आपके पास आ गया हूँ बस।
हाँ नहीं ठीक है वी विल प्रिपेयर। तो कल फिर मिलते हैं हम लोग 7 बजे और ट्राई कीजिए कि थोड़ा सा इसका ना प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर ले ये
हाँ
टेनेंट वाला,
मैं कर देता हूँ। हाँ ठीक है
है ना।
सर।
ठीक है
ओके
ठीक है चलो
थैंक्स।
थैंक्स बाय।